Hello friends, let's learn about loops in Data Foundation Unit 5. This is a theoretical section related to the data foundation. Till now we have learned is how we can create data foundation, then business layer. So continuing to our detail means complex data foundation, what will be the loops and its problem and how we can resolve the loops in data foundation. So loop is a join path issue which arises from the way tables are related in a relational database. So if you see this structure of this table where this tables like country, region, client, sales, showroom, these are joined to each other, forming a loop from this side coming to country again. So this can produce instances where query returns too few rows of data, and that to be incorrect results after developing the data foundation. So we need to understand these loops and need to resolve as well. So if you see, this loop exists when the join between tables form a closed path. So from country, region, client, sale, this is one path, and from country, showroom, sale, this again the second path, but that will form a closed path. This is nothing but a loop. So what are the loop problems? Suppose we have report revenue by sales, showroom location where product is sold, and the address of the client. So loop is allowed in the data foundation. If that is the case, then result will be incorrect. So whenever we are having loops in the data foundation, the only US and UK clients who bought the product will be displayed, however not from other countries. So this is because of a join problem, means it will just match only those records which are in US and UK. Other countries record will not show up. This is because of join. So we need to understand these loops, and we need to detect it. So when we design a data foundation, the tool information design tool provides a capability to detect the loops. So from the actions menu you can detect the loops, or there is a loops icon there as well in the data foundation window, where if you click on this icon, then it will show the loops if there are any loops. So this is an automatic loop detection. So there are different ways, means we can use to resolve the loops. The first one is resolving loops using aliases. So aliases is nothing but it's creating a separate table. Like alias breaks a loop by using the same table twice in the same query for a different purpose. Suppose, so this is country, and this country underscore region is another alias table of this country. So which is created to just to break this loop. So if you see, by creating an alias table, we have break this loop, and this is now means it's not a forming a closed path. So this way we can resolve the loops by using alias table. So alias table is nothing but just a duplicate of existing table which is forming a loop. Then there is another way to resolve the loops using context. So context is nothing but is a list of joins that define path for query. So a context resolves a loop by defining a set of joins that identify a specific path through tables in a loop, and it ensures that joins are not included from different paths within the same query. So it is just a specifying different join path when we are using a query. Let's understand means what is how and how it is. This context, if you see, whatever these lines with the plus icon which is highlighted one in green color, so this is one context, and whatever the disabled, it is in another context. You can say this is another context, showroom, sale, client, and this is maker, model, style. This is one context. So these are the two contexts we can say, means we can have in the data foundation, and means Uh, this way it will not form a loop, means it will ultimately break the loop by just defining a different path, a join path for the query. So we will be means I will be showing this in a practically when I will be showing in the practical examples related to this unit, how we can detect loops and how we can resolve. So detecting a context means this context detection is also provided by the tool, where it can identify the tables that have only many ends of joins. That is one to many relationship. No joins flowing back from one to many are included. Only one to many ends are included. So there are way, means in the aliases and context window we see there is an option, there is an icon where you, if you click on this, it will detect the context, and it will once you detect the context, it will show up there. Then detect context, from the file actions menu, you can detect context as well. So these are the two ways to detect the context. So if you just I shown you, means this is a context visualization how it looks. So the context where it has been specified, it will be highlighted, other will be disabled one. Now again, by editing the how we can edit the context, means suppose we have added the context, then means we need to edit it as well. So we, by double clicking or right click on that, means saying edit context, we can edit, and there are some options which can be changed, like included, excluded, and neutral. So the join is specifically included in the context, excluded, the join is specifically excluded in the context, and neutral, the join applies to multiple contexts. So these three are the options which can be added while editing the context. If you see, this is an edit, or this is a context which is, and I can just right click on it, edit, or double click on edit. The window will appear where we can have these options included, excluded, and neutral selected. Coming to testing context, so context testing is also one more thing, is where we need to test the context integrity, using aliases and context menu of your data foundation, and select context integrity. So suppose this is a context, and if I right click, and there will be check integrity option which will test the context for its integrity. Manual context testing is also available in actions insert, and then there is a context option where we can have the option to test the context. Then coming to the resolving recursive loop. So recursive loop is again a join from a table to itself, which creates self-referencing join. So a join from one column of a table to another column of the same table. So this is nothing but a recursive loop where it joins to itself. Example is hierarchical structure of an organization using personal database. All the employee records are held in a single table irrespective of the employee status. So employee records mainly hold in a single table. So there are many statuses for that particular employee. So but they are still hold in the same. So we need to join to itself for getting the data, so that that forms a recursive loop. So that is one thing which we need to understand about recursive loops. So that's it all about this unit. Let's understand what we have covered. What is loop? Loop can exist in the both data foundation schema or and database, whether it is true or false. How does an alias break a loop? What is context? What is recursive loop? Use the cardinality bit detection tool to resolve recursive loops. True or false? So let's understand these answers. Loop is a join path issue that arises from the way that tables are related in a relational database. A loop exists when the joins between tables form a closed loop. Loop just can exist in both data foundation schema and database. This is false. It just exists in a data foundation. How does an alias break a loop? Alias breaks a loop by using the same table twice in the same query for different purpose. What is context? Context is a list of joins path that define a path for query. And what is recursive loop? A self-referencing join which joins a table to itself. and use the cardinality detection tool to resolve the recursive loop. This is true or false? False, because we can't use cardinality detection tool to resolve the recursive loop. Okay, so that's it from this unit about the loops. I hope you have understood these concepts. I'll be taking a practical examples on these loops. If you like my video, then please like it. Please subscribe to my channel as well, so that you will get to know about my next unit review. Thank you for watching.